Okay.
I hear you, but you're kind of echoey.
How about now? Yeah, I can hear it. What does that mean?
Someone's speaker is on. Maybe it's mine.
I'm not on.
Could it be me? Mine's completely off. I mean, I don't need this. Let me turn this.
Really still echoey now.
Mine's off.
Could have been my mic. Oh, I still hear it. Mute us real quick.
Ross, how did you fix the one over in the EH room? Because that sounded, but that wasn't echoey. It was kind of like different. Do you remember?
Oh, he switched
In the
speakers.
music, in the microphone or something?
Yeah, it was just the microphone in Teams.
Could be also if your laptop sound is on.
Do you
it's
have
coming out
your
of the speakers.
pictures muted?
Mine's muted completely.
Oh, it is muted. I'm muted. How about now?
No, you're still really echoey, and I'm
How weird the sound is bouncing right back into the microphone.
Hello, hello?
Still not going.
yeah, I checked my laptop. It's all muted, but you're still echoey.
Let me just mute everything.
Maybe we can talk low.
Just a whisper.
Oh, you're right. I'm like, oh, I can't hear it, but you had us on mute.
It doesn't sound
Let's
like
see.
it's coming
How about
out
now?
here.
No, but I was hearing some of that
Hello?
feedback.
Okay. Yeah, now I don't hear any echo now.
Perfect,
Yeah.
now. Ready to start? Okay.
Very good.
All right, we are live. Hello, everyone. I'm Sandy Arellano, planner with Mendocino County Planning and Building Services Department, calling the January 14th, 2026 Archaeological Commission meeting to order at 2:03 p.m. Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge with respect the Indigenous peoples on whose ancestral lands we hold this Archaeological Commission meeting, and whose historical relationships with that land continue to this day. We're going to jump right into item number 1. We're going to conduct a roll call. Planning and Building Services is present. Museum representative,
Here.
archaeologist representative Bill Cole is absent with notice, and alternate archaeologist representative Nancy Johnson,
Here.
and industry representative and native representative's seat is yet to be filled. Moving on to item number 2, Archaeological Commission administration gave public notice, and that notice read, the applications listed will be reviewed by the Archaeological Commission. The public is invited to view the meeting on YouTube and provide any information pertinent to these applications. If you have photographs of the site, you are encouraged to email them to the above email address by 2 p.m. on January 14th, 2026. And for item number 3, we have no projects to review, and this was to determine whether a survey is required or not. We'll move on to item number 4, review of surveys, and we have 3 items to review today. First case is item 4A, and this is for case number CDP 2025-0016. The date filed is 7/14/2025. The owner is the Harold Pitters Family Trust. Applicant is Eric Carroll and I think it's Liz Pitters. The request is coastal development permit to construct a 303 square foot addition with interior improvements, remove and replace a deck with a larger deck, exterior lighting, replace sidings, windows, and doors, and add a window to an existing single-family residence. Siding would also be replaced on the existing detached shed. The location is in the coastal zone on the west side of Hilma Circle, that's County Road 558, 500 more or less feet south of its intersection with South Casper Drive, that's County Road 540, and it's Location is 14140 Hilma Circle in Mendocino. Assessor's parcel number is 118-35007. The staff planner is Liam Crowley, and he is present, and this is on a .88 acre parcel. Now, before we discuss this, I'd like to ask if there's anybody present for this project wishing to comment online or in the room. We don't have anybody in the room. And if you wish to comment on this item, feel free to use the raise hand feature. And I don't see any hands raised, so we'll turn it to the commission for discussion. Or Liam, if you have any comments to add?
Yeah, I can just kind of try to summarize. This is Liam with Planning and Building. So this came before the commission previously, and NWIC had said that the site is, or the development is, or the property is within or adjacent to a recorded site. And so the commission had asked for an archaeologist to confirm where that site is. So the property owners had a survey done, and the archaeologist did find a shell midden on the property. They said that the site does not extend closer than 25 feet to the proposed development. However, protective measures will need to be put in place to ensure significant impacts from the development are avoided during and after project construction. And so the archaeologist recommended that temporary 3-foot tall plastic hazard fencing be installed 10 feet outside the exterior boundary of the site before construction begins, with the placement determined by a professional archaeologist, and then that fencing would remain in place until the project is completed.
Sounds like a pretty good summary.
Mhm.
So,
Thanks, Liam.
I'm okay with the recommendations, and then you throw in the discovery clause in case there's something that's underground that we don't know about.
My notes show proper survey methods were used. Transects were every 5 meters, and again,
Shovel tests, there
there
were
are tests.
several.
Shovel probes at frequent intervals. Okay, I make a motion to accept the survey as presented and follow the recommendations of the archaeologist.
I'm assuming that the phrasing in the report says if buried resources appear outside of this, follow the Mendocino County Code. That's the discovery,
Discovery
what we
clause.
just call the discovery clause, okay.
Mhm.
Yes, I agree.
Okay. I'll go ahead and make the motion to accept the survey as presented and follow the recommendations as reported. And you care to second?
I'll second it.
I'll take a roll call. Commissioner Dick?
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
And staff agrees. So motion carries 3-0. Great, we'll move on to following item, and that would be 4C. And the case number is CDP 2025-0017. Date filed is 7/22 of 2025. The owner is David Ashcroft and Melinda Mortensen. Agent is Sarah Bradley from Dark Gulch LLC. The request is a standard coastal development permit to allow the construction of a new 1,105 square foot single-family residence, a 440 square foot detached garage, up to 1,000 square feet of decks, installation of a septic system, and addition of a pump to serve an existing well, grading and vegetation removal as needed for the construction of the foundation, and improvements to the driveway, and graveling of the existing driveway and installation of a culvert at its connection with a county road. The project is proposed in 2 phases, with construction of the residence, septic well, and driveway improvements occurring during phase 1, and construction of the garage in phase 2. The location is in the coastal zone, 8.3 miles northwest of Gualala on the east side of Iverson Lane, that's County Road 532. Opposite its intersection with Iverson Court, that's County Road 533, at 46800 Iverson Lane in Gualala. The assessor's parcel number is 142-01047, and the staff planner is Russ Ford. Do we have anyone from the public wishing to comment on this item? Feel free to, we have a raised hand. All right, Sarah, Bradley, if you can hear us, go ahead.
I can hear you. I am just commenting that I am here representing the owners.
Great. Thank you, Sarah. Anyone else from the public wishing to comment on this project? And no more hands raised. Anyone in the room?
Just basically that nothing was found that was prehistoric or of any historical significance, and that they had high confidence in their conclusions based on their transects and shovel probes, and that they have what we call the discovery clause in case they miss something when work is carried out.
Yep. No cultural resources found. I show entire parcel was surveyed using 5-meter transects.
Yeah, I made note that it was the same archaeologist that did both 4A and 4B, so pretty
Yes.
confident in their reporting and all that.
Okay, does anyone wish to accept the survey? Or make a motion, excuse me?
I make the motion to accept it with the discovery clause, of course.
Great. Anyone second?
I'll second it.
So, Commissioner Dick makes a motion to accept the survey as presented and add the discovery clause. Commissioner Johnson seconds. The motion carries. Go ahead and take a vote. Commissioner Dick,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
and staff agrees. Motion carries 3-0. Great. Moving on to item 4C. And this is for case number CDP 2025-0024. The date filed is 10/21/2025. Owner applicant is Bella Shores LLC. Agent is Alicia Ringstead. And the request is a coastal development boundary line adjustment and coastal development permit to transfer 8 acres from Lot 1 to Lot number 2 to allow development of a new septic system to serve the Bella Shores Mobile Home Park. Lot number 1, it's assessor's parcel 017-08043, will decrease to 2 acres more or less and retain 2 existing single-family residences. Lot number 2, that's assessor's parcel number 017-08029, will increase to 14.81 more or less acres and contain the existing mobile home mobile home park. Following the adjustment, a new primary leach field will be installed on the expanded lot number 2 in order to serve the mobile home park. The location is in the coastal zone, 2.6 more or less miles south of the city of Fort Bragg on the west side of Ocean Drive. That's County Road 436. At its intersection with Chauffeur Lane, that's a private road or private lane, at 17900 and 17800 Ocean Drive in Fort Bragg. And we have assessor's parcel numbers are 017-08029 and 017-08043. Staff planner is Russ Ford. And before we bring this to the commission for discussion, I'll open it up to any member of the public wishing to comment on this item. Online, feel free to use the raise hand feature. And we have a raised hand. Go ahead. And it's Alicia.
Alicia, yeah. I'm just wanted to say I'm present here for the meeting, but that's all I wanted to say. I'm here.
Great, thank you. Anyone in the room? No comments? Okay, we'll bring it to the commission for discussion.
I
Go ahead.
had kind of a concern, I guess. I was looking at the photos of this, and it looks like they took a backhoe through part of it before, which, I mean, it does help with the archaeology part, but it also, why did they do that before anything else was done? I'm confused.
It looks like it was for vegetation clearance or clearing to prepare for the septic system, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
I don't know.
Right.
Alicia, sorry.
Yeah, that's correct. It was just, they were removing some brush to get some better clearance to put their lines down to see where they could put the septic system. It was just some brush removal.
So it didn't really create digging or ground disturbance?
No.
I think it was just up at the surface. Okay.
Right. No ground disturbance and no digging.
Okay.
And it doesn't look like it would constitute major vegetation removal.
Okay. It looks like there were sites identified. Oh,
Just
sorry.
a quick question, were stumps removed during?
No,
No, okay.
no stumps were removed.
It looks like the report reads, let's see. Let me see that.
Says results of the survey were negative on page 383.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big report. Most of it is botanical and it's not our, not our purview, but.
Yeah, so no items are identified in at least less than a quarter mile from the project site. And 1 to 3 meter transects were used. So proper survey methods were used.
So I'm a little confused about who did the work.
It was, the company?
Yeah,
It looks like Geist Engineering from Environmental Group they're from Oakland.
and then they were prepared by Carolyn Lose, and she's in Belvedere, but,
It looks like they have quite a few offices in Arizona, California, Colorado, Oregon, and Washington.
okay, so the lead company would be Geist Engineering and Environmental Group. But they assisted the Bella Shores MKP, I don't know what that means. And LLP, those are company names, I guess, MKP, LLP. So, as it stands, it would just be the discovery clause that would be in play.
Mm-hmm. Lindsay, any comments? And then, do we have Alicia raising her hand again? Alicia?
Oh, sorry, it was still up. I didn't mean to keep it up.
No worries. Lindsay, any comments?
No, I guess if it was just a little distressing seeing a bunch of backhoe tracks before something was done. So, that was mainly my priority.
So I have just a sort of a general background question, which is that this is the first report I've seen that doesn't have any information about the prehistoric sequences of the area. And I don't know if that's required as part of our reports or just because there's nothing about it. There's some mention that it's, northern Pomo area, but I'm used to seeing
The summary of
so as an extensive discussion of the prehistoric periods of the area. So is that just an option that a company chooses for itself? Or do we have requirements for it, or?
It looks like it's on our recommended format and content, recommendations, suggestions, but I don't believe it's a requirement.
Okay.
I think it's we consider probably the qualifications of the surveyors or
Right,
the
and
archaeologists.
typically the transects and the spacing between shovel digs
again, it is at the discretion of the commission if that's something that they would like to see.
So more like of a background, right? The background.
I'm trying to see where was the record search, field methods, intensive, 1 to 3 meter tight transects. Nothing,
All the records were from Northwest, it looks like. Northwest.
no subsurface testing, nothing about gopher holes. Just the fact that it had been scraped down to the soil. So I think the discovery clause would just have to be really important here, that we don't assume that just because you can't see anything with it scraped, that there's nothing else there. Which they mentioned, the county code chapter.
And they also show maybe the public resources code section for discovery, or, yeah, the discovery clause is mentioned on here as well. That's a recommendation. Finding and recommendations.
So I
Would you
accept
like to
it.
make a motion to
Yeah.
accept the survey as presented?
I say present that motion.
Thank you, I will second that. I'll go ahead. Commissioner Johnson made a motion to accept the survey as presented, and staff second the motion. I'll go ahead and go over to make a roll call for a vote, and we'll start with Commissioner Dick,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
and staff agrees, the motion carries 3-0. Okay, and that's the last item for item 4, for matters for number 4, so we'll move on to item 5, matters from staff. Do we have any matters from staff? No matters from staff?
A compliment that the Adobe works great.
Oh.
I love being able to just access it and pull it up in here and screen through it, and I don't have a stack of papers that I'm sitting here trying to figure out what.
Sure makes it faster and quicker, especially if you have the search option. Are you able to search?
I haven't tried searching, but I can scan. And like that botanical report in the last one, it had a certain format, so when I saw that format, I knew I wanted to go past it. And the archaeology was like way at the end, so, but it wasn't hard to get to, so, anyway, thank you.
You're welcome, I'm glad it's working.
Great, well, moving on to item number 6, matters from the commission. Any matters from the commission, commissioners?
No, not for me.
I would just like to encourage anyone interested. We continue to have an opening for the Native American alternate representative, and anyone interested may apply by contacting our executive office and express interest for the position. There are specific qualifications, and those interested, please inquire with them for more information. Alrighty, we'll move on to item number 7, matters from the public. Are there any members of the public from the Willits Library wishing to speak, or?
No, there's no one here at the museum.
Okay, and I don't believe we have anyone from the Covelo Library, so in the room. Alright, so we'll go ahead and move on to item number 8, which is adjourn the meeting. So I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 2:24 p.m. All in favor?
Aye.
I
Great, well, thank you, everyone. We'll see you next month.
So you said will I find out